Bruins Rangers postgame show. John Giannone, Steve Valiquette from our Delta MSG studios. We began the night by telling you all about how small the Rangers' margin for error would be over these final 10 games. And after 60 minutes on Garden Ice tonight, that has now become minuscule, Steve. After a 3-2 loss to a team below them in the standings, the Flyers, while the Bruins won easily in Buffalo, the deficit is now 8 with 9 games left. And there's a deflating feeling to what happened over these last 60.
Yeah, look, the Rangers' season is hanging over a cliff, right? And one foot is hanging over the cliff and the other one's on a banana peel. Like, that's the way it looks right now, and that's what everybody understands. I think you want to take a step back and say why, right? And I think a big part of this was that they were Rangers light tonight. They weren't the Rangers. They were Rangers light. And when the team looks light, they don't bear down and score on their chances. And when teams don't bear down and score on their chances, it's because their heels are carrying a lot of their body weight and their posture's back. You know, when you look at the empty nets, there's players trying to score, but they're back. They're not on their toes. When you go to a winning locker room at the end of the night and talk to the players, they're always going to say, we were on our toes, we were aggressive, we were sure of ourselves, we were certain. And the losing group always says, oh, we were back on our heels, we were chasing the game all night. That's what it looked like to me. And I think the Rangers have to understand that when you guys play your game and you go to the net and you're going there with a purpose and you're finishing your play and you've got your energy down and you're driving, you're going to finish your scoring chances. Because when you see the Rangers, how many times did they not elevate the puck? They were using their east to west pass, which is okay against the Flyers because you can get away with it. But they didn't elevate the puck because their weight was back. When they bear down, they get down to one knee and they elevate, and their shoulders, you can look at the Rangers and see their shoulders when they score are going right at the net. Right at the net. And when they miss, they're fading up and away. And that, to me, looked like a team that played the entire night on their heels.
Yeah, and a guy who played on his toes and more tonight, we'll get to him in a second, was James Van Riemsdyk. But again, this is the Rangers' reality at this point. Now just 9 games remaining, and the deficit is 8. The Boston Bruins winning tonight. The Islanders lost in a shootout to the Capitals, so the Caps are now atop the division. The Penguins easily beat the Devils, so now Pittsburgh is ahead of the Islanders. So there are your top 4 in the East Division, with the Rangers now 8 points behind. Bruins still have those 2 games in hand, which will happen after the Rangers play those final 2 of their season against Boston in a couple weeks. Rangers started off pretty well. They came out on the front foot, and they scored about the midpoint of the first period, and it was the only defenseman in the lineup tonight over the age of 23 who got the goal, and that's Brendan Smith.
And the Rangers, on both of their goals, they were playing that way. There was bodies in front. They moved the puck up the ice well. And here's your look at Jones here. Zach Jones in his first NHL game. He gets back and moves the puck with speed to Hedl. That's the right play. And Hedl does a nice job because he draws in the attention of 4 Flyer players and the goaltender. And there's a lot of ice on the other side of the rink. And the Rangers do a good job to get it over there. Smith now opens up with a lot of room, time, and space to get a slap shot off. Howden was net front screening the goaltender, and Elliott gets very small off the screen. That was really the pre-scout on him. But that was the way the Rangers should have approached more of their game. Get in front of the goaltender, get dirty, and, bang away a little bit more. There wasn't a lot of banging. There was a lot of this, right?
And on the other side, one guy did exactly what you were imploring right there, and that was James Van Riemsdyk. He single-handedly, or in one case, single-jawed, put the Flyers on top with successive goals for him, a lead that the Flyers would not relinquish.
We talked about this in the pregame, and if you're going to beat Shesterkin on the penalty kill, it's a broken play. And this literally and figuratively could be a broken play. We don't know how Van Riemsdyk's doing, but JVR takes one right in the chin here. Now, that is 8 times that Shesterkin has faced a broken play during the penalty kill, 5 goals. There's a lot of bad luck wrapped into those goals, but Van Riemsdyk, why can't I say his name? JVR.
There you go.
JVR puts the helmet on and then gets that bubble face shield on and gets right back in front of the net. That says a lot about their team mindset in this game versus the Rangers.
It also maybe questions, we wondered whether Jacob Trouba's absence would be noticed, would be felt. When you only give up 3, maybe it wasn't, but 2 JVR goals, from 2 feet in front of the net, maybe that's a spot where if Trouba's on the ice, that he's not that close and could do that much damage.
Yeah, the key with JVR is that you have to get there before him. A lot like when Kreider's doing it, you have to get there first, and if you get there first, you can have your positioning and then box out. You don't play against guys like that and front him. Some coaches might want you to front, but what happens is you get in front, and then they're quick to turn around and they have a one-on-one with their goaltender. So you really have to box out. Anders Lee when he's healthy, Kreider, JVR, Brendan Gallagher, those are the top guys in the league.
So then, of course, the Rangers, as the game progressed and got into crunch time, felt the desperation of the situation. Rangers were able to cut the deficit and had chances after that as well.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they started coming, but it was a little bit late, and it did look like there could be something mounting where there was a possibility of a comeback. I mean, this was sure. I mean, that's what it looks like. And the timing for Kreider to be there and bring somebody in and Panarin blasting away, it made you feel like there was a chance. It made you feel like there was a chance, but it was a little bit too late, to mount something that was going to be sustainable. And they ran out of time. And unfortunately, their season ran out of time.
Yeah, so now in 48 hours, Rangers lose on Long Island and at home to the Flyers, go from 4 back to 8 back in the playoff race in the East Division. Here's what Adam Fox had to say after the 3-2 Rangers loss to Philly.
Hey, Adam, did the penalties tonight make it difficult for you guys to really find your rhythm throughout the game?
Definitely. I think, we took a few too many penalties, and they have a good power play. And, like you said, it's tough to get in a flow when you're in the box and not really playing 5-on-5. So definitely hurt us, and, definitely wasted an opportunity to get a win there. And, we just got to be a little smarter there.
Next question comes from Rick Carpinello. Carpy, go ahead.
Adam, you had an argument about your penalty. What was the argument? What did you think was not right about that call?
I just, when it first happened, didn't think I got him. Watched the replay, and, I might have got him with my stick. So, just heat of the moment, was a little upset about the call.
Next question comes from Dan Rosen. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, Adam, I know in the picture of tonight's game is what's on your mind right now and losing, but I'm curious, how do you not turn any focus to the big picture here? Boston won again, and it just slipped a little further away from you guys.
Yeah, I think we know what's at stake every game. At this point, there's only so many left, but, we're going to keep fighting until we're, officially maybe out of it. But, obviously, like you said, Boston winning, us losing, it hurts. But, we got a resilient group in there, and, I think we'll just keep fighting and take it game by game.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Adam Fox took the penalty late in the second period that resulted in the JVR goal off his face. That ended up tying the game, a game that the Flyers would win. We talked before the game about what would happen when special teams came into play here. Rangers took 6 minors tonight, 5 of them from their defensemen. The Flyers were 20th on the power play, 30th on the PK. Rangers were 14th on the power play, 4th on the PK, yet it was the Flyers who won the special teams battle. Why?
Damn stats are so misleading.
Sorry about that.
They're so misleading.
Yeah. Mark Twain told us that, didn't he?
That didn't play out right.
Lies, damn lies, and statistics. That's what he said.
I mean, come on. Look, it's tough to put blame on the defenseman for defending hard when they have to defend hard. And I thought Fox was accidental, similar to the penalty that he took on Tuesday against the Islanders, which was did he not have 2 penalties going into that Islander game on Tuesday? Yeah, 2 minutes or 2 penalties?
2 penalties.
Like, that's what kind of player he is. I don't expect that to play out over time. The Rangers play again tomorrow against the Flyers. Do I expect a different outlook on the specialty teams? Yes, I do. They favor the Rangers. If we're going to go head-to-head, the Rangers should win that battle. They've proven it all year. Their penalty kill has been awesome this year. Yeah. And their power play, it's been running hot. Furthermore, the Flyers, nobody gives up the middle on that pass more than the Flyers. So there was a mismatch that didn't turn out the way that we saw it on paper.
Yeah.